All right, everyone. Last time we went over the idea of scarcity and how there's not enough resources to go around to meet all the different needs and wants that everybody can have. So, because of that, decisions have to be made. How are these resources going to be spent? Enter these three questions. These three questions, whether it be an individual, someone starting a business, a multi-billion-dollar corporation, a government. These three questions they have to answer. You will answer them as an individual, mainly based on the kind of jobs you take. What do you want to do? What job do you want to have? What job do you have? You're a company. What are you going to produce? What is the product? What is the service that you are providing to other people? If you're a government and you have to balance road expenditures, military costs, social welfare things, you have to be able to answer these questions. And you have to be able to answer these questions in a successful way. Or if you're a government, you're going to go bankrupt and possibly collapse. If you're a corporation or a small business, you fail to answer these questions correctly, your doors are going to close forever. If you're an individual and you, in essence, fail to answer these questions satisfactorily, however that word is, you'll be in the poorhouse. So these are those kinds of questions that exist within the economic realm, but still impact kind of our day-to-day lives. So the first question is this: what good or service should we produce? What is the thing that you're going to make? You're going to make, I'm going to make, Walmart's going to make, Ford is going to make. What is the thing that they're going to produce? Just focusing on myself for a second, I'm a teacher. What does that mean? That does not necessarily mean that I produce education for you guys. That's kind of the quick answer. But what I actually produce is, in essence, what I do is I sell myself, I sell my time, I sell my effort, I sell my expertise, I sell my ability to make a YouTube video. I sell that to the school that I work for, and ultimately that's what I produce. I produce the skill set, I produce the ability of the district to do its job. That's ultimately what I produce as an individual, and I get compensated for that with money. Second thing is, how should I produce it? What do we need to make the things that we will make? So again, if you're Ford, you make cars. What are the things you need to make your cars? You need tools, you need equipment, you need the raw materials, you need the employees, you need a factory building. If you're a school, you need the building, hopefully. You need internet now with this whole digital thing. You need skilled employees, you need the resources. What are the resources that you need to be able to tap into in order to produce the thing that you're going to produce? So the final question in all this is, for whom are we producing for? Who are the people that you're targeting? Because even a restaurant, a place where you go and you sit down and you get a meal, even if it's, Mac Daddy's or Olive Garden, what is their appeal? Well, the appeal is this: they're selling to people who are hungry. They don't want you if you're full. They want you if you're hungry. At the same time, they really want you when it's you and your family. That's one of the reasons why when you look at all the commercials, they always show the family get-togethers involving Olive Garden or Mac Daddy's, or they used to for Taco Smell, but you don't really see those anymore. At least I haven't. But the idea is still the same. They want hungry groups. And the whole advertising thing is, well, what are they selling? They're selling the convenience of easy food. All you gotta do is just throw the money. So whatever the business is, or even the jobs that you want to go into. So for example, if you're somebody who wants to go and be a doctor, do you really want to see healthy people or do you want to see sick people? Which one gives you more money in the long term? And that's something that will, you know, makes incentivizes certain decisions. And again, this is for something for this is something for everybody, no matter what you're doing. I need a job. I need to go to schools in order to work. Doctor, go where there's patients. Restaurants will open where there's a lot of people. If you're Walmart, you're going to build a store where there's a good sized crowd. If you're a home builder, you're going to build homes where people are either moving in or making babies. So you have an idea of who your target customer is. So why is this important? Again, like what I said at the beginning, these questions must be answered correctly for a business or a person to be successful. So again, if you're somebody who wants to go off and be a cobbler and make shoes for a living, would you be as successful making shoes, or would you be more successful in making something else? If you're a doctor, would you want to go open a practice in a small town with 20 people, or would you go to the big city where you could have potentially a lot more customer base? True story. Um, I was in another state, in another city, um, talking, visiting someone, and they weren't doing too well. They were sick, and what had happened was their hospital was actually having a brain drain. All the doctors were actually moving out because the population was actually starting to shrink. People were moving out in general. There wasn't really that many people to really be able to make a lot of money off of being a doctor. So all the doctors were actually starting to just pack up and leave. They were going to bigger cities in order to, practice their trade and make a living. So these are those questions that every company, government, whatever has to make. And that's about all. Peace out.